Hi, it's Barry here again from Turning the Page, just bringing you another um, YouTube or podcast for you. Today's topic is called I'm Waiting for the Shroud to be Lifted. And for me, for this person I was talking with, was that there was something sort of draped over them, or at least it felt like it. It felt like a shroud. What's a shroud? It's something that envelops or obscures. A shroud of mist can cover the landscape, so you can't see the land. Shroud also refers to like a burial cloth in which a dead person is wrapped for burial. And you may have heard of the Shroud of Turin and other shrouds. But sometimes as I listen to people, it feels like something is just draped over them, that they have a shroud, and it's my calling as such to lift up the shroud, look under, and breathe some spirit resurrection. And look, we could call that shroud depression, hopelessness, grief, loss, despair. We could also call it a grounded awareness of the reality of living in a broken world, a world where broken world decisions keep being made by people like me and you, decisions and choices that aren't always in line with God's kingdom come. So I listen, I sit and listen, and I grieve and I groan and try to connect. I pray for a presence of comfort to fill that weary soul, that the shroud wouldn't suffocate. I also point people to um, finding comfort and truth that they can easily digest, and simple things. I seem to repeatedly say things like, I'm held, I'm known, I'm loved. And perhaps I could add a fourth, which is I'm waiting. Most mornings I start my day by listening to scripture being read to me, and it's via a little app, a little podcast called Daily Lectio. This morning's reading, when I wrote this, was Isaiah 25, 6 to 9. And if you wanted to listen to it, you can find in the show notes below a link to this particular blog post where you can find a link to listen to it. And I'd encourage you to listen and take some time for scripture to form and fill you. Here is the reading. On this mountain, the Lord of hosts will make for all peoples a feast of rich food, a feast of well-matured wines, of rich food filled with marrow, of well-matured wines strained clear. And he will destroy on this mountain the shroud that is cast over all peoples, the sheet that is spread over all nations. He will swallow death up forever. Then the Lord will wipe away the tears from all faces, and the disgrace of his people he will take away from all the earth. For the Lord has spoken. It will be said on that day, Lo, this is our God, we have waited for him, so that he might save us. This is the Lord for whom we have waited. Let us be glad and rejoice in his salvation. Isaiah 25, 6 to 9. As I sat and let this reading just sink into my thinking, some words of hope sneaked up under my shroud. The first word was all peoples, all nations, all death, all tears, all faces, all disgrace, all death. There is a comprehensive completeness to God's action, and you all are included. The next word is a rich feast is being prepared, like a banquet, a celebration, a party that even dark closet introverts will want to dance in. So the next phrase was God will wipe away tears and any sense of fig leaf hiding disgrace that we have. Hands go down, nakedness exposed, everything seen and welcomed by God's embrace. And that final word was hopeful waiting. Look, at the moment, I'm shrouded. Um, do you remember the game of hide and seek? Look, at an advanced stage, the child will go to extreme lengths to hide from those seeking to find them. Perhaps in their extreme measures, they never want to be found. That's a very adult experience. I don't want people to find me. But when a child is very little, they may simply throw a blanket over themselves and think that if they can't see others, then others can't see them. But of course, others can see the shape and form of the person they are looking for. So there is a game of waiting and pretense. And sort of like giggling erupts out from under the shroud, out of its constraints. Discovery, joy, let's go have a party. I can see you bounces into I love you, I know you, I hold you, I cherish you. We're waiting, aren't we? And there is a corporateness to our waiting. There is both an individual experience of waiting and also a community of longing. I sit with you and you sit with me. We don't let the shroud suffocate the hope out of us. We weep together at our shared loss. We share tasting samples like you get in the supermarket of some rich heavenly food. We wait, we point, and we wipe each other's tears. And we enter into each other's disgrace and cover it with grace. Psalm 139 says this: I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. If I go up to heaven, you are there. If I go to the grave, you are there. If I ride the wings of the morning, if I dwell by the farthest oceans, even there your hand will guide me, and your strength will support me. I could ask the darkness to hide me, and the light around me to become your night. But even in darkness, I cannot hide from you. To you, the night shines as bright as day. Darkness and light are the same to you. Question: can I peek under your shroud? Here's some quotes. One of the deepest longings, one of the deepest sources of my own loneliness is that so few people seem to have much of an interest in exploring my interior world. Larry Crabb. Redeemed pain is more impressive to me than removed pain. Philip Yancey. The vision we give to others of who and what they could become has power when it echoes what the Spirit has already spoken into their souls. Larry Crabb. Strength is not absence of vulnerability. Strength is knowing what your weaknesses are and working with them. Terence Real. Opening up your soul to someone, letting them into your spirit, thoughts, fears, future, hopes, dreams, that is being naked. Rob Bell. Questions. Number one, have you ever experienced talking with someone and it felt like there was a covering over them, a layer and like inhibiting entry? What was your first response? Why that? Number two, what's it like waiting? Number three, how would it be for you to have someone enter your disgrace and cover it with grace? As a formation exercise, get the sheet off your bed. Yep, get the sheet off your bed and drape it over you. Under that shroud, what would it be like to have someone sneak in underneath, bring some delicious party food and share it with you? Journal about this and email me at barry@turnthepage.co.nz. Hey, I hope you found this helpful and it's prompted you some things. If you'd like to email me, love to hear from my listeners and my viewers and my readers. Just email me. There's lots of links down at the bottom of the show notes. And I'd encourage you to share it with this post with somebody else. Hit the share button, share it with someone else. And another thing I'm going to ask is, could you write a review? Apparently this review thing, yeah, that helps. And I'd appreciate you doing that. Hey, thanks so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye.